Braun Breaker said he's ready to go. He can't be 100% Wade, but hopefully adrenaline kicks in because Uso wants his world title back.
Kind of buy-in and fan support that simply cannot be manufactured. These people love themselves some main event Jey Uso, and wincing as he makes his way through the masses, all 30,000 plus of them. Jey Uso hopes to give the people what they want tonight.
Get this right now.
I'll try. Boom, got it.
You just don't have the rhythm like me.
You are rhythmically challenged. Unlike Jey Uso, this place is bouncing tonight. I hate to be Captain Buzzkill, but the yeeting movement is even causing Jey Uso to wince. He's grabbing the ribs. That does not bode well at all.
Yeah, but Jey Uso's been fighting rib injuries for months now. So at least I think Jey understands how to deal with them when he's in the middle of a match.
When the gold is on the line and you have a pervading itch to recapture the gold that you won at WrestleMania, then you try and block it out as best you can. But I'll tell you, as a competitor, it will hamper Jey Uso tonight. The question is how much.
Good thing about this, Wade, Jey's got 3 other entrances to catch his breath.
Catch his breath or think about the agony that his ribs are in.
Oh, touche. Come on. You know, Wade, we've talked a lot about this week, the high pressure, the high stakes for LA Knight tonight. The only person in this match who has never won a World Heavyweight Championship. He is the last person to have beaten Seth Rollins. That was the night at Saturday Night Main Event when Seth Rollins began what would end up as the ruse of the century when he feigned the leg injury, allowing LA Knight to pick up the victory. But the clock's ticking. You don't have many opportunities at a world title. Knight's got to capitalize.
Yeah, knowing what we now know, that victory against Seth Rollins at Saturday night's main event is effectively null and void. It was a freebie for LA Knight. Really doesn't count, but you're right. The only non-world champ in the match. The question for LA Knight, is that added fuel, or is there going to be an element of imposter syndrome? All 3 of these opponents have been to the mountaintop. I haven't.
Well, you know, Wade, you say that victory over Rollins really didn't count. Well, it doesn't matter what you think, because that victory did earn Knight a spot in this match tonight. So look at it however you want. Knight's got a chance.
personified. April Larry, the gold's coming home.
I do admit, in the interview with Jackie Redmond a few moments ago, it seemed like Seth Rollins was a bit shook up. Let's head up to the great Alicia Taylor.
The following contest is a fatal four-way match, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the challengers. First, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jey Uso. Next, from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 240 pounds, LA Knight. And from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk. And their opponent from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins!
Well, Wade, as I mentioned earlier, Seth Rollins has a reason to be shaken up here tonight. He truly is alone. Breaker Reed kicked out of the building, Heyman at the hospital. There is no champion's advantage in a fatal four-way match. First man to gain pinfall or submission becomes the World Heavyweight Champion. Bell rings, we're underway. Who will leave Paris with the gold?
Seth Rollins used to having the deck stacked in his favor. The game has changed in the past few hours. And Seth Rollins truly is a man standing alone now.
Well, you know, the personal animosity that is running through the veins of all four of these men. They can't stand one another. That was a little payback from Punk, if you think back to what happened this past Monday on Raw. Dropping Uso out of the ring.
Yeah, and I'm surprised by that. I half anticipated. Oh,
and look at this, LA Knight looking for a quick win.
Half anticipated everyone to gang up on Seth freaking Rollins right off the bat. He is public enemy #1, but truly every man for himself right off the bat.
Yeah, Punk and LA Knight now exchanging blows. Knight has never forgotten Punk for putting him through a table, even though it was inadvertent a few weeks ago. Big hip toss by Knight.
As the war is going on in ring, Seth Rollins quietly crouching in a corner, letting the other competitors tear strips of one another while he stays fresh as a daisy.
A smart move by the architect, the World Heavyweight Champion. Rollins looking on, gonna pick his moment for when he strikes. And right there.
As Seth said, I'm 2 steps ahead of everyone.
And now Rollins into the corner with the knee. These two men hate each other, Rollins and Punk.
Let's not overact the
Uso back in the fray, top rope, cross body, cover on Rollins and a kick out. Now Rollins sent over the top rope.
Oh, smashing his head on the barrier in the process too.
And Jey Uso runs into Punk.
Test out those ribs early on, Jey Uso. Heavy landing from that clothesline.
Well, Punk reminding the world that it's every man for himself. No friends in this type of matchup.
CM Punk lost out in the main event of WrestleMania 41. Effectively lost everything at SummerSlam. That has galvanized the resolve of CM Punk. And he's now going for the weakest competitor in the match. And I say that with no insult intended. He's simply damaged Jey Uso.
Yeah, rib first into the turnbuckle. Jey suffered through a lot of rib injuries the past few months at the hands of Breaker and Reed, again tonight. And now Seth Rollins dragging Punk out of the ring and driving him into the barricade. And Punk collapses into the sea of WWE fans.
Now after the wounded duck, Jey Uso goes. Seth freaking Rollins.
Rollins with a running knee, shades of CM Punk. And now mocking Punk, calling for a GTS.
Well, CM Punk isn't catching any of this at all, but oh, LA Knight certainly is. The biggest danger in a match like this, there's always somebody fresh lurking and waiting to light you up.
And every once in a while, you'll see a temporary alliance form for just a short bit in a match like this, and that's what Uso and Knight are doing.
The best thing you could possibly do is turn this into a one-on-one match if you can, and it looks like Uso and LA Knight are doing exactly that.
Yeah, Rollins outside the ring, Punk's in the crowd somewhere, and now we come to one-on-one. Uso scoop from behind, looking to put Knight away to kick out by LA.
There's the temporary part of the alliance you were talking about, and Jey Uso suddenly moving along.
Samoa drop!
A little better now than he was in the early going.
Talk about that, Wade. You've been injured in a match before. Once the adrenaline gets pumping, you forget about it a little bit.
Well, you get a little warmer, and also once you start sensing victory, you can block it out a little better. But victory may be a long way off for any of these four. Simply too talented to go down easily.
Now Rollins backing it up in the corner. That, of course, a move that Jey Uso normally uses, and Rollins with a mocking yeet chance to the former world champion, Jey Uso.
Well, you mentioned that Rollins had been thrown for a loop during that interview a few moments ago. I would disagree with that. This is Seth Rollins reminding the world, yeah, I have backup, yeah, I have friends, yeah, I have people.
Nobody!
People do my dirty work.
Well, that's what he's saying.
I don't need nobody. This is Seth freaking Rollins, who's climbed to the top of the mountains many times on his own, and he'll do it again tonight if he has to.
And he understands the power of that world title and what it means for the vision and the future of that group. The title gives absolute power.
This is what I thought we'd see from the off, trapped in a pincer movement.
And now the attack on the champion Rollins. Punk pounding away again. Just the disdain those two have for each other, and LA Knight doesn't like Rollins either.
Well, Seth has set his hounds on these three many times over, and perhaps now it's time to turn the tables. With the visionary getting stomped.
Remember, Punk had the world title for just over 5 minutes at SummerSlam when he beat Gunther before Rollins cashed in to win the championship.
Like you. How about all three of us? Get his ass.
Well, Punk with that running knee. Let's take Rollins out of the equation. That's what Knight and Punk and Uso are doing in this temporary alliance.
A little extra stank on that hip attack from Jey Uso.
No. His ass. Yeah. You're a table. Table? Table. Jay! Get the tables!
Paying homage to the Dudley boys, and they really want to take the world champ out of the equation. Completely legal in a fatal four-way.
Devon, Bubba Ray, and Spike. It's the three-piece version of the Dudleys.
Now, oh! Jey Uso taking Roman Reigns' advice. Don't work with anybody. It's all about yourself.
Gold is on the line. Embrace the worst elements of your personality because it is worth it. The prize is worth breaking every friendship you may ever have had.
And Rollins, and a super kick by Jey Uso to LA Knight.
The wounded animal is a dangerous animal, and Jey Uso is fighting for the gold here. Now heading away from the ring here, and I question the smarts of this.
Well, there's nobody in the ring, so...
Well, you can't win the match over here, and in theory, the other two competitors could slide in and get this one ended while you're out there in the stands.
Rollins right to the injured ribs of Jey Uso. Smart move by the champ.
You think you're on my level, son? You think you're...
Out of nowhere, LA Knight creeping around the other side of the fans, blindsided Seth Rollins, who can't find any respite anywhere here.
And LA Knight dragging Rollins back toward the barricade, and Punk's going to take them both out.
Well, all four of these guys are battering each other, but it seems to me Seth Rollins is absorbing every single shot in the process.
Punk now climbing up the steps, Rollins into the ring. Punk going to go to the top rope. Man, CM Punk would love to pin Rollins tonight. How that would feel for Punk. Crossbody. Rollins shoos him away. Clothesline by CM Punk. Now Punk with a swinging neck breaker.
Yeah, picking up the pace now. CM Punk, he's got it down to one-on-one. The one man he really would love to beat.
Punk with a running knee.
Nobody does it better.
And the best in the world showing you why it could be time for Rollins to go nighty-night.
Night-night on a starry night here in Paris.
Up for the go to sleep. Rake of the eyes by Rollins, kick by Jey Uso.
Momentum kill dead in its tracks.
And step up Enziguri. Drops Punk and backing it up in the corner. And there, look at this now. Uh-oh, up on his shoulders, face first.
Effectively the power, oh God! Shining Wizard right to the temple of the megastar just when he had the momentum. Wait!
Pedigree by Rollins. Shoots the half, cover. Oh, and a kick out by Punk at 2.5.
Oh God, what an absolute scramble this has been from a word go between four of the best we have on the roster. Such incredible action. You see the pedigree connected. That's a win right there. But astoundingly, a kick out from CM Punk, one of the heaviest moves in the arsenal of Seth Rollins, simply did not get the job done here. You have to think that's really softened up CM Punk now.
Kick to the midsection by Rollins. And Knight lifted up high, Seth looking for the buckle bomb tonight.
Such a devastating move.
Cover, hooks both legs. Knight's got a kick out at 2.
And that move has hospitalized numerous superstars. But they have ended the chances of LA Knight here.
And now Rollins up top. Remember the exposed injured ribs of Jey Uso. Frog splash to Jey. Rollins looking to take advantage. And Jey somehow kicks out at 2.
And so much intestinal fortitude of Jey Uso kicking out there. That move devastating enough as it is. With the pre-busted ribs, you can double that impact, but Jey Uso still alive in this one. And that's just frustrated Seth Rollins. We saw a successful retention while he was in mid-air. Thought he had it in the bag.
Rollins dumps Jey Uso out of the ring to turn his attention to LA Knight.
Smartest thing you could do, get this down to one-on-one. You'll keep seeing these competitors try it. It's the only way you can win.
That's what it sounds like when you're a god. You understand me? You're yesterday's news, pal. I'll show you. I'll show you. Oh!
Yesterday's news will become the headline act if somehow LA Knight turns this one around and wins.
They don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about you. They're chanting for somebody else. No! No!
Rollins talking trash as he continues to punish Knight.
It's a dangerous thing to do. You're taking your eye off the ball. You're allowing a competitor on the outside to potentially recover. You have the momentum now. Make it count, Seth. Probably it from me to tell the great Seth Rollins how to do things, but for me, he's making a big mistake here.
Come on!
And LA Knight, to your point, intercepting Rollins. Knight looking to build momentum, dragging Rollins back to the middle of the ring. Right hand, here comes LA Knight. Reversal now, Knight sent across the ring. Knight ducks underneath the clothesline.
Here's the danger.
And down goes Rollins.
LA Knight turning himself into that perpetual motion machine.
That side Russian leg sweep by Knight. Jey Uso back into the fray.
Ribs first into the buckle. Wow. Double whammy there with that neck breaker too.
And now Knight with Punk up top, drops Punk.
Just flattening all three competitors. Pick your victim. Whose game is it? Breaking up that momentum, an attempt there from Seth Rollins. Let's try that one again, perhaps.
LA Knight with all 3 men down, has his point, has his opportunity. And a big elbow delivered to Rollins.
Knight's problem right here is he's spoiled for choices. He's now going in. Oh, attempt at that BFT. Broken up right in the nick of time by Jey Uso.
Jey Uso again favoring the ribs. Of course, the attack by Breakker earlier on.
He's entering the match with a major handicap, but somehow appearing to be the fresher man is Jey Uso. He's going to go for broke here.
And now Jey Uso with the body shots to Rollins. And a headbutt now. Rollins teetering high above the ring and comes down. Throat first on the ropes. LA Knight, tremendous athleticism there.
What great
Punk's
spring,
gonna
but
meet
Punk here to play spoiler.
Punk now for the win in the World Championship and a kick out.
And there is a sense of desperation to CM Punk right now.
Cover again and a kick out.
Coming so close to glory so many times this year. Maybe it is not Punk's destiny to win gold and hold on to it. As you see that Tower of Doom moment. Going for glory was Punk, but LA Knight with enough in the tank to kick out.
And again, over 30,000 here tonight. Record crowd at La Defense Arena in Paris. Our main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Rollins, Punk, Uso, and Knight.
Just every chance he gets. You see CM Punk eyes locked on Seth freaking Rollins. Want to do major damage to the man who ruined his SummerSlam.
And as the table waits ominously, perhaps for one or both of these men. Punk trying to hang on. Rollins, Punk kick to the ribs.
These are desperate times and someone's getting hurt here. Don't get on the wrong side of that line.
Rollins able to counter and deliver a chop to Punk. Rollins looking for a pedigree. Oh, rake of the eye, completely legal under these rules. Now Knight with a clothesline.
A blinded CM Punk, not where you want to be, but the fight. Oh, wait. Oh!
Oh, Punk's ripping through the table by LA Knight. That's what Punk did to Knight a few weeks ago. And now a roll up by Rollins, shoulders down. Oh, I thought he had him.
So much. Oh,
Wait for the stop. Knight, BFT, blood force trauma. Wait for his first world title, and Jey Uso breaks it up.
Oh, I thought we had our moment. The megastar's name was going to be up in lights. This is Punk blasted with such force. It was a glancing blow on the table. The stomp attempt missed. The BFT connected. The world thought we had a new world heavyweight champ, but Jey Uso had other ideas.
Yeah, Jey Uso trying to dig down deep. You can see the pain he's in with the injured ribs.
Well, it's a permanent grimace, isn't it, from Jey Uso. Hats off to him for even being involved in the fight at this point. But if you're LA Knight, you've got a weak competitor there, ready to be taken down.
Remember, Jey is injured because he came to the aid of his cousin Roman Reigns earlier tonight, and he paid for it.
Yeah, unwavering loyalty to family, but it may well cost him this evening, unless he can pull off an absolute miracle in Paris.
And now Jey Uso getting the upper hand. Right hand's driving LA Knight back. And Jey with a little mustard on that one.
Tapping into the yeet mania of this crowd. Oh, wait, overcommitted. And the megastar was ready.
Then out to the floor, LA Knight. Oh, my goodness. Did you see the impact to the face?
Oh, that was a work of art from LA Knight. All of that momentum of a 250-pound athlete bullseyed on the jaw of Jey Uso. What is Knight cooking up here?
Anything he wants at this point. Jey may be defenseless and bounce face first now off the announce table by Knight.
Well, the ring is completely empty. There's no one to break up a pin if you slide in now and get this finish.
Knight said one big one. Seth Rollins tried to sneak up on LA Knight, and he's going to pay.
We got carcasses everywhere you look.
And now Rollins center to the French announce table one final time. And he collapses to the floor. And LA Knight now going to destroy their table. Yeah, stay over there.
Punk down, Uso down, Seth freaking Rollins down. and in full control is the megastar.
It could be LA Knight's night. It finally could be the night that LA Knight's been dreaming of.
Well, the world has had to wait for this. Looking to cover himself in glory here.
LA Knight now, look at Knight. Knight on the apron. Seth Rollins is prone on the announce table.
This will not be pretty at all. Least of all for Seth Rollins.
Uso up on the apron. LA Knight stops him, at least momentarily. Top rope for Knight. Oh no! Crash and burn! Knight through the table. That slight hesitation to combat Jay cost him. It allowed Rollins time to roll off the table. Knight went through the table and he could be down and out.
Well, at the top level, it is a game of milliseconds, and the millisecond cost LA Knight here. Crash and burn, you said. That's the body of LA Knight crashing and burning, and perhaps his hopes of glory of winning gold crashing and burning with it. I mean, it's a wreck everywhere you look. Bodies are broken, desks are broken, tables are broken.
And Jey Uso may break Rollins here.
Might break his dreams with it too. Somehow Jey Uso, the man who had written off before this match started, has the upper hand, has the momentum, and has the chance to win this thing.
Former world champion, top rope, Rollins ducks underneath. Jey rolls through, big super kick by Seth, stops Jey in his tracks. Super kick by Uso though.
Come on.
Spear! No, he got caught! He got caught by Rollins into a pedigree! Cover! Kick out by Jey!
Oh, wow! Amazing reflexes from Seth freaking Rollins, going in for the kill and caught mid-air, converted into a pedigree.
Our main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Knight hasn't moved after going through the French announce table. Punk is still down and out after going through another table. Rollins and Jey Uso in the ring as our match continues.
Rollins has all the time in the world to concoct whatever master plan he wants against a downed Jey Uso. No one's here to save you.
And now Rollins gonna climb to the top rope. Jey Uso in trouble. Seth, he has to roll through.
Goes for that Phoenix splash, but caught.
And Jey caught him again. And Jey Uso with an opportunity. This time he hits the spear.
Perhaps feeling it wasn't big enough to put down a man the caliber of Seth freaking Rollins. You've got to double stack it. Going for broke.
Jey Uso with the Uso splash to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Punk with an elbow to Uso.
Saving his chances at the death with the Macho Man elbow drop.
And now Punk's feeling it.
This entire arena is feeling it now.
And with Punk, Jey Uso up on his shoulders. Go to sleep. Punk collapses into the cover. Rollins with a stop. Rollins into the cover to retain. Punk kicked out. Punk kicked out.
Oh, this one has swung back and forth, again and again. The GTS, the moment the toil was going to be all worthwhile for CM Punk until stomped into the mat by Seth freaking Rollins. A successful retention until the incredible kick out by CM Punk.
LA Knight is still out at ringside.
And that look in the eyes of Seth Rollins, he's starting to believe this is not my night. Everything's going wrong.
Jey Uso has been taken out by Punk.
I don't want you to touch that title ever again. I don't want you to have another match for this company ever again. I hate you. I hate your stupid family. I want you to go away.
Seth Rollins wants to kill the career of CM Punk here. Forget just retaining the title.
He wants this to be his last match ever. As Rollins now grabs a chair. Remember legal, fatal four-way rules.
Referee powerless, heavily discouraged, of course. It's not really at all.
And now a stop to Jey Uso, who is starting to stir, and he's down and out. And LA Knight, thanks for coming. A stomp tonight, and Rollins make this one-on-one with his bitter enemy, CM Punk, and Rollins wants to end his career.
There's absolutely nothing this referee can do here. Might get a broken neck at this rate.
Yeah, referee Sean Bennett just looking on as Seth Rollins looks to snap the neck of Punk. Oh, Rollins went through the chair, and Seth Rollins injured his knee as he went through the steel chair. And now Punk with an opportunity to put him away. Go to sleep to Rollins. And Rollins just collapses on Punk's shoulder, and Punk smells blood. He knows it's coming. He knows it's his moment.
Seth's already out cold.
Oh my goodness, somebody just low-blowed CM Punk. Who the hell is this?
What the hell? Oh my God!
Becky Lynch! Seth Rollins' wife! Just low-blowed CM Punk!
Punk and the... Oh! Save the match won!
Save the championship for Rollins off the stomp and the cover!
Here is your winner, and still the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins!
Well, Seth said that he didn't need anyone tonight. Well, he indeed needed someone. You know what they say, Wade? Behind every good man is a great woman. And Becky Lynch saved the championship for her husband, Seth Rollins, tonight.
Oh my God, Seth Rollins stacks the deck in his favor. Well, the most dangerous card you can lay is the one nobody realized you were holding. Wow.
Well, Rollins got caught here, and we thought it was over.
Well, it looked like he shredded his knee, and here we go with the GTS, a knockout GTS. Already hit one. Here comes the second for good measure until the low blow by an apparent ninja hiding under the ring. That ninja, though, turned out to be the Intercontinental Champion and Seth freaking Rollins' wife, Becky Lynch. And once again, CM Punk having the championship ripped from his grasp by major chicanery from Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah, let's just say it. Punk got screwed by Rollins again. And you had to know, Wade, that the architect, Seth Rollins, was going to have something up his sleeve. But no one in a million years would have thought that it was his wife, Becky Lynch.
The game changed before our eyes, and Seth Rollins apparently always has a master plan.